So if you had something in your head or a little TikTok.
He's always got me in his head.
Yeah, Ken's living rent free.
But that's true.
Brothers Bistro, hot bites, bringing you tips to ensure your success.
Well,
Yeah.
I heard you found out you stumbled onto something that you think is super helpful.
Yeah, meditation. I know
I don't need this crap.
No,
I don't need this. What is this meditation?
This is something my brother doesn't do much of, but I have found it to be.
I like hearing the voices in my head. I just let them chatter away.
And the thing with meditation, if you're thinking it's Middle Eastern and woo woo and whatever, and you're worried about it, this is just about clearing your mind. It's not about meditating, and you don't have to say Om or anything groovy like that. This is just about clearing your mind and letting the worries and the stresses that you might be carrying around with you go away, rather than having them run like my brother, having them run in your background. So we got 4 tips for you. I suggest you try at least 2 of these. They're good. And see if you don't feel better after you do it or during your day. Or
maybe give it a week or whatever, because you may struggle the first time or two depending on what it is that you're doing. So the first one is breathing. It's box breathing, and the idea is it's 4 seconds.
Everybody breathes. What do you mean?
Right. There's 4 seconds and 4 respiratory things. So it's start off with 4 seconds, breathe in for over a 4-second period, then hold it for 4 seconds.
Okay.
Breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold it for 4 seconds.
Okay. So I got a challenge. Yeah, ready? I'll count. You breathe. Ready?
Okay, ready.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2. Out. 4. 1, 2. Hold it. 5, 6, 9, 14.
What happened? Anyway, it was good.
It is more difficult than it might seem at first blush. So I would encourage you to give that a try. You just sit somewhere comfortable and do your box breathing and check it out.
And it's breathe in for 4 count, hold it once you're in for 4, and then breathe out for the full 4 seconds, and then when it's out, hold it for 4 seconds.
So you can't just
and then start again.
And you're done. You gotta gradually let the breathing
And if you
go.
didn't have to think about it quite so much, then you can kind of let your thoughts and stuff go too, right? You wouldn't be focused on this. Okay, I gotta hold my breath.
The reason we use breath is interesting is because you always have your breath with you. You don't have to have. It's like doing no weight training, body weight training. You always have your breath with you, so you can do it anywhere, anytime. Okay, the second one is guided meditation, and I have done this relatively successful. I have at least 2 apps on my phone. You can also go to YouTube. Many of them are free or very low cost. You don't have to spend a lot of money. But if you find value, I subscribe to a couple because I find value in them, and it's a good way. They walk you through the process. In the beginning, it can be hard to meditate with no guidance. So this is a way to kind of ease you into the meditation. What I've found is once you start doing it without any guidance, 5 or 10 minutes doesn't seem like a lot, and it doesn't feel like a lot when it's guided, but when it's not guided, it's a fair amount of time.
So your recommendation would be start guided because it'll kind of walk you through the processes, and then when you get a routine going, you can ixnay on the guidance A, and you can use the same principles.
Yeah, and there are some apps like Headspace, and there's a few others that they have a program like a 30-day session, and on day 1 they're doing lots of guidance, but on day 30 they're doing very little. Okay. So they gradually remove some of those prompts so that you can spend more time kind of just with your thoughts.
I like this next one. It's walking meditation. So we walked with some friends of ours when we were on a vacation, and they had this destination mentality where they had to walk, they're grinding through it to get to the destination. Then we get to the destination, then they're grinding it back. This is the opposite of that. This is enjoy, going out for a leisurely stroll. You're still going to get those steps in, right? Because your calorie burn is the amount of distance traveled, not the speed at which you do it. It's just the distance traveled. So as long as you're going to do the same distance, it doesn't really matter how fast you get there. So the idea, though, would be to take in the greenery, take in the sights and the smells and the sounds and all the stuff that's around you, and just kind of enjoy it, right? And revel in that moment.
Yeah, and the other way to do it is to do it with intention. You can practice your breathing while you're walking. You can focus on your footfall, feeling the road, heel to toe, every step, really being intentional about it. So there's a number of different ways. And if you're looking for some inspiration or something, I'm sure you can look this up on Google or ask your Chat GPT to help you, give you a walking program. The last one,
My brother loves this one.
is journaling. So there's lots of different ways to do this too, but I find this is a really healthy form of meditation because it lets you get out anything you're thinking of. If you're anxious or stressed about whatever, you just fill the page. Just fill the page with
My brother used this a lot when he was doing a lot more writing and music.
That's
So
true.
you do this to kind of pull up some of the ideas and stuff that he had.
Yeah.
But, you got to be a little mindful of the fact that this is your personal thoughts. And you want to have the freedom to put down whatever you want, but you don't want this feeling hanging over you that your innermost thoughts that may not even be legitimate things can be exposed, right?
So a couple of ways you can do this. Just like guided meditation can be a set period of time, like 10 minutes. You could write for 10 minutes. That would be one way to do it. And you just stream of consciousness, whatever comes up. There's no wrong or bad thoughts. We're just writing them down. The other way is you could do a length thing where you have a notebook and you write 1 page or 2 pages or 3 pages, and you have to continue to write until the page is filled.
And do you have a topic when you do this 1 page?
No, not usually. It's usually stream of consciousness. Whatever I'm thinking about is what I'm writing because that's what I'm trying to get off my mind. I'm trying to clear my head.
Okay. Well, so those are 4 good tips, right? Of ways to kind of integrate meditative practices into your day-to-day life. And I know that especially as we've retired, we've been able to incorporate some of this stuff that, can be a little harder when you're working for the man,
Well,
right?
it can feel harder, but it doesn't have, 10 minutes. Everybody's got 5 minutes.
Right.
It could be a really short period of time. So it doesn't have to take hours and hours and hours. You're not a monk sitting in Tibet on a mountaintop.
We're starting to look like monks.
Yeah. So, spend 5 minutes a day clearing your mind so that you can have a...
So give us the takeaway challenge.
Takeaway challenge is spend the next week, 7 days in a row. Find a time, the same time every day. I recommend the morning because things are usually a little less hectic. So when you get up in the morning, find yourself a cozy place to sit and meditate. One of these 4 things, you could also find a quiet place to walk if you're going to do the walking meditation. But go out for at least 5 minutes every day. And focus on the breathing. Even if you're doing the walking, I would say do the breathing. That's a good practice. And then report back. Tell us how you're doing. Tell us how you feel after 7
You're
days.
going to do it, right? You're going to report back in a week.
Yeah, sure.
My brother's going to be all over it. So we're going to report back to you how we did after a week and what our discoveries were.
Right.
Right? Okay. Sounds good. Klar Brothers Bistro, here for your health.